Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I want to share with you my review of this scooter that I purchased a couple months back. This scooter is called the Isinwheel S9. So this is an entry-level scooter, great for beginners, somebody that's just getting their first scooter. It's pretty affordable, it comes in at the price of $289. Now normally this is about a $500 scooter, but on the Isinwheel's website, you can pick it up for $289, and that's pretty much the price that I got it for. I have over 160 miles on this scooter, so I've been using it quite a bit. I've been riding it around town, to the store, on vacation I took it with me. My family's been riding this scooter and we've all been really enjoying it. To the back of the Ison S9 there, you got your rear fender with the brake light, and that brake light will activate and flash when you press the brake lever. You got a mechanical disc brake to the back. Brakes have been working really well. 8.5-inch honeycomb tires. You got your kickstand right there. And when it comes to this deck, as you can see, you got the Isinwheel branding. It's a pretty grippy deck. I don't have any issues with this deck with like my feet slipping off of it. It does get a little dirty, of course, but that's just, bound to happen. I've been riding this on the trails. I got a 10-foot size shoe there, and as you can see, the front and back of my shoe do hang off a couple inches, so it's a narrow deck. It's not super wide. And as you can see to the side right there, we do have the charging port, and it does have this cover here, and this is going to take about 4 to 5 hours to fully charge from 0 to 100%. And then this also is IP54 rated, so again, that little rubber gasket there, you just keep that closed. You don't want no water going into it from puddles or anything like that. And as you can see, the deck height, it's actually, pretty decent. I haven't had any issues with scraping the bottom of the deck there when I've been riding. So I think the height is really nice, especially for the price point. Again, 8.5-inch honeycomb tires, so these are not air-filled. You don't have to worry about putting air in them or checking PSI levels. So they're the, honeycomb type tires there. And the motor is in the front tire there and is rated at 350 watts. Nice cable management. Up on top, you got nice grip to the handlebars there. As you can see, the brake lever. And again, when you press on that brake lever, the back brake light will light up and flash. You got your bell right there, which sounds like just an average bell. It's not going to really scare anybody on the trails, but it will alert that you are there. And this right here is going to connect to the rear fender for lifting up the scooter. The right side, again, some nice grip, and then you have a nice thumb throttle. Haven't had any issues whatsoever with the thumb throttle. You got the control panel and power button to the center there. You got a light to the front of the control panel. And as you can see, my scooter is going to have some nicks. It is kind of banged up a little, but again, I got over 160 miles on this scooter, so I've been really using it, and my kids have been using it as well. And so you'll notice it's not looking like it's brand new out of the box, but that's how you know we have been using this, and I can give a good review. Added bonus here, which I didn't even realize was included with the purchase, is this carrying bag. But basically, you'll get this if you purchase the S9, and it comes in really handy. As you can see, I keep a water bottle in there, some tools, but you can keep all types of stuff. And again, it's just an added bonus with the purchase of the Isinwheel S9. So you just attach it right there to the front, and just throw your items inside of it. Now moving on to the folding mechanism here, I haven't had any issues with over 160 miles of riding this scooter. As you can see how the folding mechanism opens up right there, and then the stem will just fold down and latch onto the rear fender, and then you're just basically good to go at that point. But it's a really nice folding mechanism you have here. The stem is really nice and secure on the S9, no stem wobble whatsoever. Let me go ahead and share with you, just carrying this scooter around. And this scooter is actually pretty light, coming in at 27.5 pounds, so a heck of a lot lighter than my Segway 9-Bot Max. And you're not going to have any issues, folding this up, carrying this up a flight of stairs, into the bus, into the train. This will fold into all types of different vehicles, into the trunks, the back seats. A very compact scooter. The front wheel is housing the 350 watt brushless motor. One thing about this scooter is you can program this within the app. There's an app that you download, and you can program this scooter to be a kick scooter like the Segway scooters, where you have to kick off and then press the thumb throttle to get going, or this can be thumb throttle only. You don't have to kick off. So I like how you can just press the thumb throttle, program it like that, and then just take off without having to have this like a kick scooter. Moving on to the LED smart dashboard here. And as you can see, it's going to share with you the miles per hour or kilometers per hour you're going. You can also activate the front headlight with just the press of a button, or you can go ahead and double press the power button there to switch between the eco mode and the sport mode. And it'll also share with you the battery bars to the bottom there. Again, my LED display is kind of thrashed there. Again, we've been using this scooter quite a bit, so it has its wear and tear. But one thing about this LED dashboard, it's not very bright, and you don't get very good visibility within the LED dashboard here. So I wish that was a little bit brighter. Now, the fastest I've been able to get this scooter to go is about 15 miles per hour. If I'm going downhill, I can reach the speed of 16 miles per hour, but 15 miles per hour consistently is what I've been getting. I notice when the battery drains below 25%, I do get slower speeds as well, so keep that in mind. These brakes are, pretty decent. They stop when you need it to, but I did notice if you press on those brakes hard and come to a hard stop, it will leave marks on the pavement, as you can see right there. So just kind of keep that in mind. Now, there's also no type of suspension on the Isinwheel S9. So you just got these 8.5-inch honeycomb tires, and again, they're not air filled. So the good thing with these tires is you don't have to worry about flats, and you don't have to worry about putting air in them. But again, keep that in mind that there's no suspension, so you will be feeling, some of the bumps on the road, some of the gravel. It's not terrible, but again, it just depends on the road that you're traveling on. Now, when it comes to climbing hills, Isinwheel claims that this can climb up to a 15% grade, and that might be true. The hills that I've had, I haven't really been able to measure them, but there are some hills that I've gone on, and the Isinwheel S9 has been able to climb those hills. It'll drop down in the miles per hour all the way from like 3 miles per hour, but it'll make it up slowly. Just depends on the hill. Now, if the hill is too steep, there have been times where the Isinwheel S9 won't make it up the hill 100%, and then I'll make it almost up to the hill, and then the battery or the scooter will just cut off, just as you can see right there, and then I'll just kind of have to walk up the rest of the hill. But for a 350 watt brushless motor, not too bad of a deal you're getting here. Now, there is an app baked into the Isinwheel S9. You can download this app off the Google Play Store or off the Apple Store, and it also provides a lot of information. It'll share with you the miles per hour up on top right there, the battery percentage that you have left. You can jump into settings. You connect this via Bluetooth from your mobile device to your Isinwheel S9. You can control the mode, you can lock the scooter, you can control the front LED light within the application. So there's a lot of functionality here. You can control the cruise control. With the cruise control, you basically hold down the throttle for a couple seconds, you'll hear a beep, and then the cruise control will kick in. And the cruise control works pretty decent. Now, as you can see within the app here, it gives you a whole lot of information, like the estimated mileage remaining, the mileage you have gone. As you can see, total mileage, I have ridden this 166.1 miles. Scooter temperature, 29.4 Celsius, and total driving time, 37 hours. So again, I've used this scooter quite a bit. And as you can see, all the other information there, like the current, the voltage, the power. You can do your system updates within this application. And again, you can control whether you want this to be a zero start scooter or a kickstart scooter. One thing I really like about this, so sometimes I let my 7-year-old use this scooter, but I can control the speed of the scooter. So I can crank it up to 18 miles per hour for myself, which I haven't been able to hit that speed unless I was going downhill. Or for my son, I can put this down to 6 miles per hour, where it's a very safe speed for him. I can even put this down to 2 miles per hour if I want to. But I love the fact that you can control the speed of the scooter. So depending who you're going to hand this scooter off to that wants to try it out, you can adjust the speed a little bit there. So when it's on like the eco mode, it'll only go like 6 miles per hour. And then once you go up to sport mode, you can crank the speed up. But I love the fact that you have total control of the speed within the application for the scooter here. And I also want to share with you that you can lock this scooter within the application. And this is actually really cool, and it works really well. I mean, it's not foolproof. If somebody really wants to steal your scooter, they'll steal it. They'll just pick up the scooter and walk off with it. But basically, the wheels will lock up, and then the scooter will start beeping. and it's gonna, not be able to just allow somebody to roll off with your scooter. The front wheel locks up, as you can see there. It's beeping, so it's a good security feature you have with it, that application. Now let's just go ahead and talk about the miles that I've been able to achieve. So I'm about a 200-pound rider, and I've been able to get about 10 miles of distance on this scooter. I know Isinwheel claims about 15.5 miles, but if you're a lighter rider, maybe you're using more of a lower speed. I usually just crank the speed up full throttle. I've been getting about 10 miles. I also want to talk about the front LED light here. Now, if you're going to be using this in the daytime, the LED light is perfectly fine. But if you're going to do any type of riding at night, I highly recommend getting a secondary light of like 2000 lumens to attach with this front LED light. Just this LED light to the front is not bright enough for nighttime riding, so you definitely want to add an additional light to the front of your Isinwheel S9. But that's pretty much it. That's my review. I definitely recommend this scooter if you're looking for something, entry level, around $300. It can go about 10 miles distance, maybe even a little bit further depending on, how you're riding and your weight and different factors. But overall, I've had a really positive experience with the Isinwheel S9. I give it a thumbs up and highly recommend. If you enjoyed this review, please give me a thumbs up and please consider subscribing to the channel for more future videos. All right, everybody, I'll talk to you in the next one.